New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
You're in the flow with Rev Skip.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of In the Flow with Rev Skip. I am Rev Skip, and when you're in the flow, you're in faith, love, openness, and willingness to have a new experience. So I'm welcoming you into this spiritual space, and I'm so grateful. I am excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited, mostly excited about this show because it's the very first episode of In the Flow. And I am so excited, but I know I'm not doing it by myself. I have a co-producer, Diego. Come on in. Hey, buddy.
Hey there, Rev. How you doing this morning? So great to be here to start you off. Let me pull my microphone up a little bit closer here.
It's here. We've been doing preparation for this for over a month, and everything that you've done from the opening credits to our tags and all that and all the posting, I want to thank you personally, my brother. Thank you so much for doing the work that you've done to prepare for this launch of this new podcast.
Oh, it's been my pleasure to be in service of our one. I'm just so excited to be able to bring your message out to everybody, all our viewers.
I'm grateful as well. And so happy Good Friday. Although
Yes.
if we're live, every day is good.
That's
so
right.
God is good and we're in God. Therefore, every day is Good Friday, Good Saturday, Good Sunday, Good Monday, Good Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
May you have happy nows.
Happy nows. And we're talking about this day. It's about letting go of something, the death of what no longer serves. And we get ready to embrace the resurrection, the newness of life. Happy spring, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Things have just been rolling along right here at New Thought Media Network, and we've got a great In the Flow show coming. So
we had a little conversation before this about becoming. We have to become what we desire to have. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But you said you have a little something around becoming. You said you wanted to share.
Yeah, this last week, Rev Robert, the creator of New Thought Media Network, was on vacation with his family, a well-needed, much-needed vacation. So I was running everything back here behind the scenes for him for all the shows this past week. So my mantra has been this past week that I am ease and grace.
So if we want ease and grace, we must become easy and graceful.
That's it.
I love it.
Every time I got a little stressed out and I'm like, oh, I got another show. What am I going to do for this one? I just remembered ease and grace, and everything just flows right in. I was in the flow. Everything just fell right into place.
One of the things I love about working with you is that I have a partner that's going to help me do all the things I kind of missed when I was doing it by myself. Well, I was never by myself. It was always me and God. And I always said that, yeah, we're doing it, me and God. But I have a co-partner here in creativity with you, and I'm so grateful for that. Oh, thank you, brother.
Always my pleasure.
Welcome to In the Flow. Another great thing is In the Flow is that t-shirt line that is just kicking right now called Shop Rev Skip. Inspiration you can wear. It is open. It is happening. People are buying t-shirts. And this is a longtime dream of mine since I was 20 years old. I always thought of having some type of t-shirt line. And it just cultivated in this experience. And we use acronyms. So here's your Flow t-shirt: faith, love, openness, and willingness. And that is your Flow t-shirt. If you want to In the Flow t-shirt, grab it from Shop Rev Skip. And it's on my website, skipjennings.com, but you can go directly to Shop Rev Skip. Brother, your t-shirt's in the mail.
Oh, thank you. I will wear it with pride.
In Colorado. Hey, how's the spring weather happening with you out there?
Well, this year has been usually out here in Colorado, especially March, usually up or down. They have a saying around this time of year here in Colorado that this is the only place where you can get frostbite and sunburn within the same week. It goes up and down. But this March we had one big snowstorm in the middle of the month, but it was very nice on either end. Usually March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or vice versa. This year it came in like a lamb. We had a lion roar in the middle, and then it went out like a lamb. So right now it's beautiful skies. I imagine we're probably a little cooler than you are, but
Thank you, Mother Gaia. Mother Gaia does what she wants to do. So we're going to start off our shows with something we like to call Wellness Wake Up.
Oh, yes.
The Wellness Wake Up. So everyone, our Wellness Wake Up is about self-care. It's springtime, so it's time to take care of ourselves and really love ourselves. And our Wellness Wake Up is about 5 things you can do for 5 minutes to elevate your self-care. So the first one is write down 3 things you love about yourself and really embracing that loving spirit. Drink water. You know me, I'm always talking about drinking water. I drink 2 gallons of water a day. I pee a lot, but you cleansing out your body. Find a video or music that really elevates your life. Rickie Byars, yes, love your music. I listen to it all the time. Watch videos that make you happy. And instead of watching the news, CNN, constantly negative news, we're going to watch things that elevate our lives. And then take a few moments and do some type of deep breathing. Breath is the jam, y'all. Breath is what makes us flow. We call it prana. When we teach yoga, we talk about breath. So 5 minutes of self-care. Do something today. Yes? Good. All right, so we're going to go into our Quotable Ponder, and our Quotable Ponder comes from Amanda Gorman today. Yes, I love her. If you don't know Amanda Gorman, she is the young 23-year-old that set the inauguration on fire, and her vision is just incredible. What she does as a poet, as a writer, she's an incredible, gifted writer. One of the things I was gravitating towards her was that she had to overcome a speech impediment. And like myself, I experienced dyslexia. So as I am reading, things will transpose and move around. So that's why I was drawn to her. Here's a great quote from her new book, The Hills We Climb, and it's out today on Amazon. It says this: "There is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it." And we've already started to show today about we must become what we desire to have. So if you want love, become love. If you want joy, become joy. If you want prosperity and plenitude, become prosperous in your thinking, in your feelings, and how you live your life. So whatever you desire, you must be willing to become. All right, y'all, that is enough from me. It's time to get down with the get down. I am so excited. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our guest, which I think most of us know the great things that Rickie Byars does on this planet. But let me tell you a little bit about what I know. I'm going to read the bio and then we're going to get into our conversation. Number one, which I love about her, is the music and the songwriter. These songs that she has written has changed. Over 200 songs that she has written to uplift our new thought and our lives. Oh my goodness, some of these songs that I release, I let go, bless it always, goes on and on. This album, Glorious, is all the chants that I got a chance to be a part of the choir and sing some of these chants. Incredible, incredible. She has an international following. On Wednesday and on Saturday, you can catch her on Facebook Live doing her Sunday devotions on Sunday and her conversation podcast with Life Code Today. That is the jam. I go get my spiritual filling up on Wednesday and on Sundays. Her music goes from Skid Row to South Africa. We sing these songs, but understanding the impact that she has upon the planet. She has performed and been with, Desmond Tutu, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The list goes on and on and on. And if I read her bio, I would be here all day, but I am just going to let her come in and be with me in this space. Let's bring Rickie into the space.
Hey, my brother. How you doing? I'm so proud of you, Skip.
Thank you, Rickie. Thank you so much.
I love your show. Wow.
Thank you. And you watch sometimes. You watch High Conscious Conversation. I always appreciate your support because you've always supported me on everything. Remember that first book I wrote? It was like, I'm going to write a book of poetry. He says, oh, go, my brother. That was like what you said. Go ahead. And I went, okay. What?
Yeah, that's what the universe is saying. You know, the universe is the one that's calling it from you. So, hey, but the way you have such style, you've always been incredibly fashionable.
Thank you.
When you showed up at the choir the first time, I mean, the first choir Sunday, I was like, oh, brother, serious around here.
Absolutely.
You have cold-blooded Dupiani and, Ruth working in with it. And, but you don't go, you never go, you go with flair and beauty. Beauty is very important in your life. It's a very, powerful quality that you are.
Thank you. Thank you. I learned about showing up and be your best. I remember those times when we were in choir rehearsals, like, do your best, show up, sing the songs, learn your music. And I'm saying I'm a part of a choir and I had to wait a whole year to sing with you, Rickie. I had to wait a whole year and I'm sitting and I'm knowing all the songs, all the tenor parts. I thought I knew all the tenor parts, but I'm just like, okay, I can't wait till this year is over. I can't wait till this year is over. And I got my moment. I said, this is the most greatest thing that ever happened to me. And that moment was being able to sing songs with you.
Oh, wow. And you sang, brother. Yes, you did. You're a very strong tenor. Even now when I listen to the Love Project CD and I listen to Supreme Inspiration.
Yes.
The Sunday that I sang it as a soloist, but I had you guys behind me, I think.
Yes, we were.
I think we pulled together a choir real quick. We had all kinds of different things that we would do. It's like, hey, we're going to have Groove Sunday. Show up and groove unannounced, and we show up. And that particular Sunday, though, it was amazing. And I did, and you are so loud in the background.
It was that cry of joy. I was being unleashed. I didn't know what was happening, but I'm very clear now. I was unleashing this greatness that was within me. And I didn't have to have permission because you already gave me permission. You already said, go and do your thing. And I was crying. It was this joyful cry from my ancestors that was coming from me. And that song, Supreme Inspiration.
Woo! Woo! Yes. Yeah, and when I said you were loud, I mean you were present. That's what I meant. I didn't mean like, oh wow, you know, it's like your voice stuck out. It's like your voice is you listen to that and you can hear you, but you can hear it with power. It's like we needed that kind of power from you. So it was a good thing. And oh my, that's one of my favorite cuts from that. A lot of people like the love song, you know,
Right.
but
Right.
and I love the love song. I love 15 years. I love all the beautiful music on that one. But that Supreme Inspiration bonus track was Skip Jennings. It should have been Rickie and Skip.
Yeah, Rickie, let me ask you a question. And it's hard to do. It's like saying, who's your favorite child? But what is your favorite song that you have written?
You're right. You got that right. You know, today.
Today. What speaks to you today?
I got to talk about what speaks to me today because you were speaking about Good Friday and Easter Sunday coming this coming Sunday, and I'm let my soul surrender today.
Yeah.
Let my soul surrender. Because when I'm in the state of, and I am often in this state, I think it's the most pristine state to be when you're asking, what am I to do? What am I to feel here? Because you're kind of like in a zone of life, or the impulse, the energy of all creation, the creator's loving, placing you in a way that you are in a place where you don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
And
sometimes, we want to know, and don't we have those moments where you don't know. So it's like, what am I to do? What am I, and the message of the Christ, Jesus the Christ, that we get in the story of the resurrection and the crucifixion is that this is the moment where nothing makes sense.
Yes.
And he's on this cross and he's going and he gets to depending on the translation, it might be, to Father, to you I commend my spirit, or it's why have you forsaken me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but there's this moment when we're in that place, when we don't know, where we do feel like the rug's been pulled out from under us.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I've been teaching this week in several live events is that if you want a resurrection, something has to die. Yeah. So what are you willing to let go of on that cross? It's dying. Yeah. And it's not a pretty death. It's not a lovely death. It is a violent death. But then comes bad. It's bad. But then comes that resurrection. The first song I've ever sang with you in public was I Rise in God. Oh. And you gave me and Ray Ronnie special permission to sing with you on a special Easter Sunday because we hadn't fully, done everything. But it was only two of us that you allowed to sing. It was myself and Ray Ronnie. And I remember that, and I was just I was fighting back tears because we're singing I Rise in God, and I realized in that moment, this is my life.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's a beautiful song. That's a beautiful song. I remember when that song was coming to me, and I was like this young Rickie, 39 years old, maybe 38. And I was in a new life.
Yes.
I was in a new life. And so one thing, it don't take Rickie long. Once I get the picture, it's like, okay, time to rock, and I'm in this new place and I have a choir, and we were already with the choir, it was the early years of the Agape choir. And I just woke up and the sun was rising, and it's just like, I'm a sun being, and it was just, I rise in God. I rise in God. God is the way to me. All that I am to be is rising every day in God.
Oh,
and I went to the piano and then I found the chords. And then, then my songwriting partner gave me I Yield to God. I sing of God singing his song. He said, I yield, for God is all I see. All that I am is God rising as me. You know?
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah.
tell you, Michael, he's a real twin flame.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I always want to add, this is a big question. Who are you, Rickie? Who are you?
As much as I run my mouth, you know who I am.
I know, but I want everyone else to know who you are. And you can go anywhere with this. You can go.
I'm still in the let my soul surrender.
Yeah.
I am learning how to be who I really am. I'm returning to myself every day, every moment, with every breath. And I am a very gracious, I'm very thankful in my heart, very grateful in my heart for the incarnation that I bear at this time and for the music that I get to bring. So, I'm a singer, songwriter, composer. I'm a mother, a grandmother. I'm a writer. I'm a health enthusiast.
Yes, you are.
But more than anything, I just think I am present and I am in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am awake most of the time, but sometimes, like George, it's like my daughter says, everybody got a blind spot that they're not aware of.
Oof,
And so I'm wanting to become more aware of all my blind spots so that I don't hurt people.
What is your practice to remember to remember?
Breathing. When you gave the 5 minutes of self-care, it was just so great. Everything you said is what I do. And I believe that that self-care is also it's like an anointing. Because when you write down the things that you love, you write down the things that you love, write down how you're loving, how I'm loving in this moment, how I'm loving myself. And sometimes I have to go through the bad stuff to get to my zone, but that's what writing is about. I drink lots of water. I listen to music that inspires me. I watch great teachers on YouTube. I watch Krishnamurti and Muji, and now Skip Jennings. I breathe. I do something that restores my soul, that has everything to do with this air. I do my best.
Yes.
My practice is to do my best. I wish I could say I get up in the morning and then I stretch. I do that every day.
Yes.
Now I do that. Okay. My spiritual practice is stretching and rising.
I do. Yes.
And I face the sun so that it hits me right here, and I just take it in and feel that I am one in it. And then I let the day begin. I do a lot of
let the day begin.
Let the day begin. I do a lot of cleaning and restoring. I like things to look nice.
I do too.
I
do too.
For me, that's my practice. And and I found, I gotta pose a question to you, that when something hits you that shakes you, okay, that says that you can be more, so shaking you awake, that what you begin to do after that will be what your practice really is.
Yes. Yes.
Some people drink, some people anesthetize, I clean. I saw that. I start getting things in order. I start getting things in order, and next thing I know, I'm seeing the challenge that is before me, and I'm seeing that I'm not taking it personally anymore.
Yeah. 4 agreements. I have been speaking about the 4 agreements this week, and you just spoke 2 of the 4 agreements. Do your best. Don't take it personal. And the other that may your words be impeccable.
Yes.
And that means your house too. I believe my house should be impeccable and keep clean the kitchen. Yeah. And don't assume anything. Do not assume. And if I can live my life by those simple 4 agreements, thank you, Don Miguel Ruiz. If I can do that, I'm pretty good. I'm in the flow. Yeah, I am in the flow.
Yeah, you are in the flow. And I feel that, it's nice to have information.
Yes.
And things that people give us. but it's also good for it to just arise naturally in you, like it arose naturally in Don Miguel Ruiz.
Yes.
It arose naturally in him. It would, so it's a template, but it's also an invitation for us to let go and to watch it emerge, and it will emerge.
What I did, and Rickie, what you're talking about is I stopped trying to be Michael Bernard Beckwith. I stopped trying to be some other teacher. I just wanted to be Rev Skip. I learned to be Rev Skip. I let go of wanting to be that, which wasn't working for me anyway. Yeah. And then I got to be Rev Skip. Whatever Rev Skip is, it is so divine and beautiful. And that has been coming from so many. Well, why isn't that person calling me to speak? And why isn't that person calling me to be on their radio show? And Spirit saying, well, why don't you go and do your own radio show, brother? I went, okay, here we go. And that was a learning practice for me.
Yeah, and you're doing it well. I mean, when I watched your show coming on this morning, I'm sure the people who watched it along with me, I was so proud. I was like, wow, not just because it was professional, but what it was revealing. I was like, it felt like you. It felt like you. But it was tough. It was fresh. It was really, really fresh. And and that's where we want to get to, is fresh. We don't want to be stale. We don't want to be stale.
Yeah.
And we don't even want to be trendy. Yes. We want to be creative. We want to be ourselves, right?
Yeah. I get inspiration from your website. Diego, can we bring up Rickie's website? I want to show our viewers and listeners, because this website, it's thebomb.com, yo. I love the arms open and, reminder, this is where people really can feel who you are. Wow, and everything is so dope. Thank you, Diego. I love that video.
The freedom
is the joint. That video on YouTube, I watched it maybe about 100 times. It's so good. It's so good.
And the kids.
Do you have new music coming soon?
Yes, I do. Well, new music is coming all the time. Right now, I'm in the place now, Skip, where I'm discovering just how to do our music these days. In the old days, you do a CD, and then you release the CD. Now, I'm just wondering what's going on, because I got CDs that that because of this whole I call it the Quo Vadis. I don't call it I call it Quo Vadis. Because of Quo Vadis, being able to travel and meet people and sign CDs. People would get a CD, even though they were downloading stuff and streaming. They would want the experience of you, and they'd buy your CD, you'd autograph it. But now it's like we don't get to do that. So I'm wondering, does it make sense right now to create a hard product like the old days? Or maybe now I'm going into playlists, what's coming up now, because I'm always writing music. I mean, I wrote a song. Listen to this. I woke up today with a song.
Yay.
It said, one day soon gonna be 102. And I'll put on my wig and get on up and do a little jig. I'll sing a hallelujah song, because not a thing will keep me down for too long. I will know the peace that rises after the storm. And it was like, it's like, and it's like a blues, one day soon gonna be 102, and so that was that one. But that's just one. I mean, every day there's something coming. So the thought of putting all this music on a CD is one thing, but I don't know. There's more to my life right now than the next CD.
Yes.
Can I share?
Yes, absolutely. Please. This is why we're here.
What I'm working on is a repository, so that a repository of my work, so that you can have a place where you can go and find this inspirational music anytime you need it. That you can go there, you can find music to get you through when you're grieving, music to lift you up, music to dance to, music to work out to, from within, and go there and get a instrumental track of it that you can sing along with, the sheet music, everything that you need. Now, a small version of that already exists on rickiebyars.org in the chants section.
That's right. That's right.
You can go there and find music, sing along, because that's the best I could do right now. But I see that on steroids.
Absolutely. And I got to say, I did not have a hard copy of this. The first hard copy of one of your CDs I didn't have is Glorious.
Yeah.
And I clicked on that. I went, it's on iTunes?
Yeah.
What? I went over to iTunes. I downloaded because I'm a big downloader person and downloaded it. It was instantaneous. I love, and Glorious is one of my favorite chant CDs or music experiences that you have done. But I love that instantaneous. And I love how you're making it accessible for people to find what they need in music. I always say this, it was your music that opened me up to hear the message. It was your music that broke down this hard heart of self-hate when I met you the first time. And then I was able to listen. So I know how important music is.
Yes, you do. And this inspirational African-American music in particular, because this music is coming from my heart and my experience of coming through the South, through the Negro spirituals, through the gospel, through the Gregorian chants, from my Catholic church, through the radio, through Sly Stone, through the Beatles, through Otis Redding. It's just like through Carole King, through Nicholas and Valerie Simpson, through Stevie Wonder, it's just like all of that went into making Little Ricky, and then growing up, and through school, through New York City, and through marriages and relationships and learning who you are as a young woman and who you're not, and all that stuff brewing until one day I realized that it's inspirational music that all that became inspirational.
Yeah.
It had everything to do with my journey to Agape.
When I got to Agape, I really had this preconceived idea of what spiritual music was till I got to Agape and an artist would come up and they would sing something and I'm going, that's not, and I would stop myself right there and going, listen to what they're singing and how inspirational music expands beyond our conceived idea of a religious, what they gave us. It's so expansive.
It's expensive and it's not, and it's not included a lot of times. So if you look at the Grammys, there's no category for inspirational music. There's categories for alternative gospel or contemporary gospel. And especially if you're an African-American, if you're a white person and you do a song like What If God Was One of Us, it's a pop hit. Okay. If you're a Black person and you do From Within, I Let My Heart Begin to See Eternity, there's no category for you, because you don't say Jesus enough. You're not in the gospel category. You're not contemporary because you're not talking about what he gonna do. You're saying you're speaking from cosmic. Now you're George Clinton without the beat. You know what I'm saying? Without the fun, you're doing another thing. But George Clinton found his thing. So, and I have mine. What I did was not go to the Grammys, going like, accept me. But I'm finding that a lot of these award organizations, even with their coded biases, there's a film out called Code Bias. Code Biased, and it's about how so many times the algorithms that are loaded in through the artificial intelligence is not really holding African Americans and people of color with quality.
So
what comes up when they scan us is they're going to do this, they're going to rob me, they're going to do, it's like that's loaded in into the AI. And so, it happens that people just really don't see you. They don't always know that they don't see you, because folks are so programmed, just like sometimes we're programmed to see ourselves less than, but thank God thank God. I thank God that I rise in God. So I don't live for the Grammys. I don't live for anybody's recognition of my work except the Holy Spirit, and that it moves and touches me, because I know if I moved, I know it's going to touch you.
Oh my goodness.
I know you're going
Absolutely.
to get it. I know you're going to get it. And one day, so, with the repository and the music conservatory, the things that are calling to me, oh my God, I just want to honor this music that's coming through, and the difference that it's making in people's lives, because the vibrational frequencies are real. They heal.
They heal.
They
heal.
Absolutely heal. And I gotta get scientific jargon around it, and I will. You already know it heals.
It already heals. I'm already feeling this going, well, why do I feel lighter? Why do I feel different after singing this song? When I reconnected with you right at the beginning of the pandemic, because I was actually going down to Enlightened Heart with Reverend Susan, and that was a great experience. But then I got a chance to reconnect with you on Sunday and on Wednesday, and I'm going, oh, this is what I've been missing. This is the music, and this is the songs. And the first time, I just wept like a baby. I'm in my bed watching Facebook on my big screen in my TV in my room, and I'm just sitting there under my covers going, I'm shaking, I'm crying, because I didn't know what I didn't know. Yeah. And I didn't know I was missing it until I got a chance to hear it again. And I went like, do you believe that this is a part, because you're my greatest teacher, one of my greatest teachers, I want to say, is this your purpose? Are you here to teach us about who we are?
I'm here to be who I am, and to inspire you to be who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can teach anything, but I can certainly point to what is inspiring me.
Yes. Yes. I love that. One thing I remember that you said to me, that when I give myself to be permission to be great, I allow other people to be great.
Yes, yes.
And, in honor of you, because I know you like to see my eyes.
I love your eyes.
I'm going to take my glasses off for this one so you can see my eyes.
So fine.
You taught me that. You said that when I give myself permission to be great, I allow other people to be great as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I'm looking at it everywhere.
Yeah.
And being great. I mean, it's hard sometimes, but we will get the people along our way who will remind us, and hopefully we'll be able to hear it. Hopefully we'll be able to hear it. I hope we can. I hope we're not so defensive that we knock it back. Like, oh, she reminds me of this. It's like that I hope that we can take it in.
Yeah.
Breathe it in, and go like, you know what? Okay. I can take what works for me, and what doesn't work, you can let it go, but not. Sometimes we're fighting it so hard, and we're fighting it because we've been hurt so much. We've been judged so much.
I believe, and I love the teachings that you gave throughout this time that we're about to go through the election and the experience of all the things. You were keeping us really grounded through that time.
Oh, and really?
No, because in the midst of you speaking realness, I heard these words of you saying, I remember you said that, make sure you come out and we know who we need to vote for, just so we can have a new experience. And that moment was like, ooh, I got it. And I love your teachings. They're so real and authentic, authentically you. That's what you are. I'm going to ask you to give us a yes moment. And yes simply means you expressing spirit. That's another acronym I like to use in my teaching. And that's our yes moment. When we are expressing spirit and what comes from our heart, that is God saying, there you go. There you go. Go for it. So This is your time that I want you to do whatever's on your heart. You express spirit.
Okay. I'm expressing spirit all the time.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Yes.
I don't know. Now I'm going like blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm going to say this. It's just like I was saying this earlier when we were off air that that somebody brought something to me that of something that I do, right? And I was like, well, that wasn't what I intended. And this person said, well, that's what you did. That's what you said. And this is the way it made this person feel. And I know you don't want that. And we don't want that. So we want to change our pattern. We want to change the pattern. And I said, yes, I want to change it. I don't want that energy. I don't want that energy. And it was like my mom had that. My mom would cut you down and you go like, that's Mama Byars. And it's like, no, I don't, but my mom was great. So, okay, Mama, I love you.
Absolutely. Mama Byars, she would I would walk up and every month, I did not know she did this. She read my inner visions because I made it a practice to write every month. And she says, I read your inner visions every month and you can write, boy. She goes, boy, you can write. And I was like, okay, Mama Byars, but go ahead, keep expressing to me. I just got to bring Mama Byars into the space. I love Mama Byars.
Because Mom was the bomb, but Mom also, but it didn't ever bother me because I just loved her so much. Yeah. But she had this edge sometimes. And so somebody very close to me said, we don't have to have that. We don't have to be that. We can stop that now.
Yes.
And I wasn't aware of the tendency. And then this morning I looked through my family and I realized that my family did that. That they would make snide remarks sometimes. It's like when I was a teenager, it's like, hey, you ain't got this, where's your butt? She look at Rickie, she's this, she's that. And you protect yourself, but something is happening.
Yes.
And maybe that's in there, and so I just say, well, what, right now, we just cleared it up last night. Now it felt very uncomfortable in me, very uncomfortable, but I started cleaning because I had so much stuff to do, and I started singing, I Rise in God. That's what I'm saying. When you said I rise in God, I said, God is the way to me, that this is coming to help me be a better person. So I said yes to it. I said yes to it. And when I woke this morning, and even in the song, I fly in God, I float in God, I grow, I glow in God, I rise in God. And I woke up this morning and I felt clean. I felt clear in my head.
Yes.
I was already clear in my heart that I didn't mean any harm, but I'm clear that this mouth can be tempered a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I have that too sometimes. And I've been
you never have that. You are perfect.
You know where it is though, Rickie, it's more in my thoughts. I can cut you down in my thoughts in a moment and tell you what you're doing wrong. And I have learned to temper my thinking. And I have temper my thinking. I catch it. And I do, restrain the pen and tongue and email and text and all that, because what I want to say is not what I really want to say. Right. But what I come forth is, am I speaking or thinking from the highest version of Skip?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm learning that, but I'm getting that tempered thing. My mama has that too. My mama would tell you like it is, and she's 87, soon to be 88. I'm going home to see mama, and for her birthday in May, she got that too. She tells it how it is, and I go, "That's mama."
Yeah. And I get to be even better.
Yes.
I be even better. And I love when you say you temper your thinking. I certainly do that when I'm writing emails,
right?
Because the first thing I do is I just let it rip. Thank God I don't hit the send button. You be sending a text and you trying to get it right, and then you send too soon. You go like, oh.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Rickie, we are coming close to the end of this experience, and I'm hoping that you'll come back again. But one thing I want to let people know: talk about B Radio, because B Radio is the jam, and I listen. It's on high rotation for me. I listen on my computer, on my phone, in a car. Talk about B Radio, please.
Well, B Radio is my little bootleg. Okay, B Radio is a radio station that streams 24/7 inspirational music. A lot of the music that I write and a lot of music of my friends. We're still rolling. We've been up a year. Easter marks our first Sunday, And so and Jeff Kushner is the program director there, and he works to make it live. We have now podcasts that are featured at 6:00 every evening, and at 7 on Sunday, 7 on Tuesday morning. But I'm thinking we're going to start meditation at 7 every day.
I'm working on my meditation show because I'm coming with the meditation show. I'm coming on a meditation show, so you better believe that.
Yeah. So B Radio, we have my brother Sherlock, who has many times Sherlock's point of view feels conservative to me, but what he's saying is so purely in love that I've learned to listen to what people have to say who are not using the words that I use all the time. That's right. So he's Mondays with Sherlock. Tuesdays is now with Jeff Kushner, but it used to be Skip Jennings, but he's coming with something. He's coming with a new attitude.
With a new attitude.
and then Wednesdays is Soulful Feeling, and Moni O'Darnia does the mixes in the middle of the day. She's
house music, yo.
With the house music. And Thursdays is The Healing with Dorothy James. It's really beautiful with these focused, inspired healers, and Norman Choza, who's a life coach, and she steps with inspiration. So she shows you how to step with inspiration using her life and her culture. And, she does it like she does it. Lori Eames is a doctor, an MD, but she shows you how to be healthy in holistic ways. And she gives these shots. And then this coming Saturday, Kathy and John Stringer, this is their first show tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. Pacific time, Awaken Pillow Talk. So go to bradio.org. You can see the lineup.
Okay, two questions. Can you listen to that if you're single?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna be listening.
Okay, here's the other thing too is that Hey Girl journal you have. Can a brother get a Hey Girl journal? Can we use Hey Girl journal as well?
Oh yeah, you can use Hey Girl.
Okay.
Because we sing Hey Boy.
That's right.
But I couldn't put Hey Girl, Hey Boy, but I should have.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm going to get me a copy of Hey Girl Journal, which you can get at rickiebyars.com, correct?
Well, you can go to rickiebyars.org. .com I own, but with web people, it takes a moment for them to do what needs to happen.
Yes.
But rickiebyars.org will send you to the B-Hood. You can go to bhood.org, b-hood.org. I believe that's how you do it. And or .com, either one, and you can order Hey Girl. But go to rickiebyars.org. It's 2-minute website. You go there and you can find everything.
We have a special guest that just popped in for the first show, Reverend Briz. Rev Briz, hey, come on in. This Rev Briz. Hey. He is our program director. He makes all this happen for the New Thought Media Network. This is, the real deal right here. Rev, we got Rickie for the first show, Rev. I told you.
I know. I'm excited. I'm thrilled about it. I'm not sure if I should let you know that Rickie was on New Thought Media Network last Thursday or not. But so we're really excited around here. We got Rickie coming in. I'm committed. We'll get you on another show as soon as you want, Rickie. And I love what you're sharing, because what you're sharing about B Radio and all that you're doing is so incredibly aligned with the vision of New Thought Media Network. Yes. And there's a piece of me that was like, no, wait a minute, Skip's mine now. I don't know if I want to. And then I remember, wait, this isn't about competition. Right. It's about collaboration, co-creation, cooperation. Yeah. We're all having a good time, and I'm excited for what's happening with B Radio. And perhaps we'll simul stream a few of your hours on ours.
Oh, fantastic!
Find a way to have some fun.
And vice versa. Because I'd love to have Michelle Wadley's program on ours. It was a good show. It's like. This is time for that.
It's time for that, for sure.
It's not the old days of this is my food over here.
Right.
It's like this. Yeah.
It is like
Exactly.
this. It's all inclusive, which I'm loving about this. Rev Riz, when are you on again? You're on tomorrow. Do you do prayers tomorrow morning?
I'm not sure who's on prayers tomorrow morning. I'd
But we're gonna have
look
some
at that schedule. So
What time are the prayers?
we do prayers at 8:15 a.m. and p.m. Mountain Time.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have one of our prayer team, a prayer team of 6 and growing. We've got a couple more people joining the prayer team this week, as a matter of fact. So that's always a growing part of our ministry and what we're doing.
What I love about all these different things that we're doing, there is this inclusivity, diversity feeling of everything. It's like I look at the New Thought Media lineup and I look at B Radio. Also, I'm going to announce here that I'm joining unityradio.org as well. I'm going to be a part of that team. And that's going to be Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time with myself, Faith Rivera, and they're going to come on the show as well. And Reverend Jacqueline Fernandez. We have a show called Voices of Unity.
Yes.
And we're just talking about how we can speak and start this conversation about bringing us all together and how do we harmonious integrate with each other. So that's our
You guys are
focus.
trying to harmonize your destiny.
I am doing the happy dance here because this is such an exciting time for me. And I love you both. Thank you so much, Rickie, for being my first guest. Thank you, Rev Riz, for having me a part of your network. And everyone, listen, please follow Rev Skip on all the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Rev Skip Jennings. Also, I love this. You can take me at home. You can take me home, and you don't have to cook me dinner. You go to my website. You get information on my app, get information on my newsletter, get information on Voices of Unity, and my new book, The Little Book for Big Transformation, is out now. And I did the Audible, Rickie. I actually recorded and edited and popped it onto Audible, and that was a bear of a thing to do. But I did it, and I didn't give up. Every time they sent it back saying, nope, you got to sound here. You got to redo that. I went, oh, man. And one time, Rickie, I wanted to give up. And Spirit said, don't you give up, brother. Keep going. So I didn't give up, and it's up there.
Man, I'm writing down Audible version. Let my soul surrender.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. You got it. And everyone, I just want to thank you and bless you and honor you and let you know that transformation is a choice. And I'm going to see you guys next week right here, right on this network. Rickie, my honor, my privilege. Thank you. Thank you. Rev Riz, thank you so much. Diego, I know you're back in the back studio. Thank you for making this premiere show such an easygoing experience. Everyone, we'll see you next week for more In the Flow with Rev Skip.
Yes.
Welcome to the Black Collection. All designs and prints are acronyms and principles Rev Skip teaches clients and students for personal transformation and spiritual growth. 10% of the profits from the Black Collection go to Justice LA Now. Justice LA Now is working to reduce the footprint of incarceration in Los Angeles County and reinvest county dollars into alternatives to incarceration. Justice LA Now. Find your designs at shoprevskip.com. Thought Media Network is on the rise. We're looking to grow with you. Do you have technical media experience, or perhaps a desire to learn? Are you willing to volunteer your precious time and attention? We share this message to benefit all. If you possess a computer with a camera and a microphone, we will share our knowledge with you. Behind the scenes or being the star, let us bless our one. Contact us at info@ntmedia.org.